Hi there everyone, it's me, the sick Domotaku, still watching anime. It is storming hella more than usual at this time of night, but it is nighttime because I watched a bunch of anime today. Like about 2 hours worth maybe? Well, for starters, we're talking about The Rising of the Shield Hero, which had a very generous 45 minutes first episode, or I don't know if it's like a first episode technically because it just says 1P. But it's a first episode, or episode 0. It does a good job, at least. So, Rising of the Shield Hero is, I think, really highly regarded in the anime list that we did, or we looked at on livechart.me. And I'll give it that. This series, I've read the manga, so that's where it's like based off from. Anyone who's read the manga sort of has a really good gist of it. And I hear a lot of positive things about the manga also. I personally enjoyed the manga a lot. And, to hear it was getting an anime, I was like, every single manga I know is getting an anime adaptation so far. So, how does this one compare? Just pretty good, I must say. It gets the good same feel I got from the manga because of the 45-minute extension we get, and it gets through a good portion of the whole of like the intro or the beginning of the series. I don't really recall every single detail from the beginning of the manga, but I think this anime does it quite enough that, you know, I got the same feel of it when I was reading it the first time. So, of course, isekai sort of thing, you know, 4 people are transported to another world as heroes to fight off monsters to save the world, per se, yeah? Capiche, because that's all isekais are. Except our main character, who is the shield hero, is, you know, put into the weakest class, the shielder class, and I don't think it's weak because we have a very good example of a good shielder class, Mashu and Fate Grand Order. So I was like, the shielder class is not the weakest class ever, okay? It's very useful. So it was like an archer, a sword guy, and then a lance, a spear, and then the shield. And the shield just gets shit on so badly in this episode, or this first introductory episode, right? And that's exactly how it is in the manga, or at least, you know, that's what they're trying to convey through this episode. It's set up really well. Like, the whole, like, 45 minutes that we got in this thing was just like, okay, heroes summoned to the world, shield hero gets super screwed over, and everyone hates the shit out of him. Done. That's good. That's, like, a very solid introductory thing for this series. If they were to do 24 minutes, well, I say 24 episodes, 24 minute or whatever, half an hour, the normal runtime for an anime episode, I don't think they would be able to convey this much information in just that time. Maybe like in the 3rd episode, he'll get fucked over and screwed over, and then everyone will just start to hate him. But no, well, actually, in 45 minutes, 2 episodes is like 24, so maybe episode 2, you know. But yeah, they get a good portion of the beginning, right? It's a really nice pacing to have this whole part where they're summoned, and then shield hero gets screwed over, everyone hates him, into this first episode, and then at the end of the episode, you tease the next character, I forget her name, is Raftalia, I believe, and just like continue on with the series. I don't know if this is actually part of the episode. I think this is going on for 24 episodes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen the opening yet. I don't think there is an opening. Although there's videos on YouTube for the opening, but I haven't seen the opening. So, as a manga reader, per se, we're gonna have another... My worries is that we're gonna have another Bloom Into You incident where you have a lot of good stuff that happens in the manga, but that's like 60 plus chapters in or something like that, and they won't get to it. But this is going for 24, and I think last chapter I read was 60. I haven't read it in a while. It's on the top of my head, but there's a lot of good stuff that happens in the manga, and I hope that they do get to that part in the anime, which actually I'm thinking about right now. Is like, if they do an anime, it's 24 episodes, where would they end it, this series? Because it's currently ongoing, so we're probably gonna have to do another Bloom Into You, but there's just like a lot of stuff they can end it in the manga, from my knowledge. But I mean, overall, I think that this episode does a good thing with setting up the tone for people who are new coming into this. You know, like, everyone's an asshole, the shield hero is just like really traumatized and screwed over, and yeah, overall I really enjoyed it. There wasn't too much alcohol. There was a little bit action, you know, beating up slimes or balloons. I think they're actually balloons. I was gonna say slimes because slimes are the beginner monsters in anime, but no, they're not. Balloons are, and it's really thing. Yeah, I mean, so far it just reminds me of the manga. I really liked it. 45-minute. It's almost like Sao actually. Sao got an hour long about at first episode, so that's pretty cool and pretty neat. So Shield Hero, you guys read the manga or you guys watching this anime also? I mean, this is like, in my opinion, this would probably be regarded as the more higher popularity show because of how popular the manga. Is it a light novel? I don't know if it's a light novel, but if it's like the manga books version of it, I think people who've read the book and sort of, you know, like, oh, the anime is gonna be really good if it's done right, or, you know, like people who know what happens in the manga or read it will say that the anime is good and whatnot. That's sort of what I feel about it. I think it's gonna be up there. I mean, SAO Sword Art is like going for 4 cores, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I have one more video left to do, but overall, the anime season is going up there. You know, this was like a must-see for me personally because I've read the manga and I really enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys read the manga or you're just going into this fresh, like not knowing what the hell happened, and tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. And overall, I gotta do one more video for another series, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, guys, and matane.